Good evening, everyone. I want to consider solving this simultaneous equation. So the very first step is you make this equation 1 and this equation, you make this equation 2. So in this video, we'll be looking at the elimination method. In our previous video, we look at solving a simultaneous equation using the substitution method. But in this video, we're going to be using the elimination method. Now, the first thing to do is to recognize the variable we want to eliminate. In a simultaneous equation or in a two-way simultaneous equation as this, we only have two variables, that is the two unknowns. So our two unknowns or variables here are x and y. So if we want to eliminate, the first step is to consider the variable we want to eliminate. So in this equation or in this problem, we want to eliminate the variable x. That's what we want to eliminate. So the next thing to do now is consider the coefficient of x in equation 1 and consider the coefficient of x in equation 2. The coefficient of x in equation 1 is 2 and the coefficient of x in equation 2 is 3. That is the very first thing to consider. Now, the next step is to multiply the coefficient of x in equation 1. You multiply it by 2, and the coefficient of x in equation 2, you multiply it by 1. Again, I repeat, the next thing to do is to multiply the coefficient of x in equation 1 by 2, the coefficient of x in equation 2 by 1. And the coefficient of x in equation 1 is 2. So you multiply 2 by this equation 2 and you multiply 3 by this equation 1. With that being said, so we have 3 times open bracket 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. That is, the reason for this open bracket means this 3 will affect everything inside here. Next, we have 2 times 3x minus 4y is equals to 1. Now expanding, we have 3 times 2x, that is 6x. 3 times minus 3y, that is minus 9y, equals to 3 times 6, that is 18. Next, 2 times 3x. 2 times 3x, that is 6x. 2 times minus 4y, that is minus 8y, is equals to 2 times 1, that will give us what? 2. Now, can you see the reason why we did that our first step? You see the reason why we multiplied equation 1 by the coefficient of 2 and equation 2 by the coefficient of equation 1. The reason why we do that is to make the coefficient of x uniform. That is to make it the same thing, so we can subtract from each other. Because in a two-way simultaneous equation like this, there's always a visible minus here. There's always an invisible minus here. So now we have this. Now, given this, the next step, you subtract equation 1 from 2. Or you subtract equation 2 by 1. Either ways, x will eliminate. But in this particular video, I'm going to be subtracting equation 2 from 1. We're going to subtract equation 2 from 1. So we have 6x minus 6x minus 9y minus, remember there's a minus here, minus 9y minus open brackets minus 8y equals to 18 minus 2. Now what do you notice? 6x, we cancel out 6x, so we're left with minus 9y. Minus times minus is plus, so we have plus 8y is equals to 18 minus 2. That is going to give us 16. Minus 8y plus 8y, that will give us minus 1y, which is equals to what? 16. So divide both sides by negative 1 because we have to find y. So divide both sides by negative 1. Our y therefore is equals to negative 16. That is the value for our y. Now the next step is to find the value for x. Our value for y is minus 16. The next step is to find the value of x. And to find the value of x, you simply plug the value of y into any of the two equations, either of equation 1 or equation 2. But let us consider equation 1. And remember, equation 1 is 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. And remember, y is equal to minus 16. So we have 2x minus 3 open brackets minus 16 is equal to 6. So I have 2x minus 3 times minus 16. That will give us plus 48. Plus 48 is equal to 6. Plus 48 is equal to 6. And the next thing is to, collect the like terms. So we have 2x is equal to 6 minus 48. And 6 minus 48, we have 2x is equal to 6 minus 48 is 42. Sorry, 6 minus 48 is minus 42. So we have 2x is equal to minus 42. Now the next step is you divide both sides. You divide equation. You divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So divide both sides by 2, this over 2 and this over 2. Then I have x equals to minus 42 divided by 2 is minus 42 divided by 2, that is minus 21. So x is equal to minus 21. Now can you see that? Now the value of y is minus 16 and the value of x is minus 21. Now to check if we are correct, simply plug in the value of x and the value of y into